Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. We recently found ourselves in the beautiful and modern capital of Belgium, Brussels. We'd already seen so much of the city, including the beautiful royal palace, the gold-plated city center square, and the amazing town hall building, as well as so much more. Today, we headed to the northern part of the city to see two very distinct attractions.
So we are on the north side of the city in an attraction. It's a small attraction, you could say. It's Mini Europe. And basically what they've done is they've created miniature scale models, although they're pretty decent sized models of several European capitals, European cities. It looks pretty interesting, and it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be, to be honest, just on first glance. But yeah, let's go explore Europe.
Yeah.
Mini Europe is located on the north side of Brussels, right next to the old Brussels Expo Center. It's only about 25 minutes riding public transportation from the city center, which is how we got here. We were able to get on the metro directly from our hotel, and after making just one transfer could ride up to the Heitzel station. This station is right next to this little theme park, and it's only about a 5-minute walk.
So it looks like we got a little guide, huh?
Yeah, it's actually pretty substantial. They talk about each little landmark and about the country it represents and everything. Educational.
We started our tour of Mini Europe in Scandinavia, of course. It was actually very interesting to see all of these little attractions representing some of the most visited places in the world. We recognized quite a few of them from our travels, and it was kind of cool to see them in miniature form. There were also several pieces of information throughout the park that you could read on these plaques, as well as several interactive displays throughout the park.
Catherine pressed the button. Now it's playing.
Beautiful music.
Yeah. We were just here in Tallinn. It's that gate we walked through. And then there's the tower where Catherine almost got run over by all the guards in Riga.
No. We saw them changing the guard.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
rehearsing it or something.
This park walks you through not only many cities in Europe, but it also covers many different important time periods in the continent as well.
À l'image des EAP, décollage.
Catherine just turned on all the windmills.
Yep. Oh.
Well, now you're just spinning a wheel.
magic's
Oh,
gone.
there it
Oh,
goes. Is it everything you wanted it to be?
Yeah.
Leaving the EU, going into the UK. Where's your passport, ma'am? Now, if you guys didn't know, I enjoy flying, and I'm a little bit upset because it looks like they've thrown all of these magnificent airplanes just in like some graveyard back here. What's that all about? So Catherine just has to push this button. Whoa. Didn't you say it was the Ship of Dreams?
Yes, it's a ship of dreams. The only thing this thing is missing is the circle of death of all of the cars.
Yeah, the
going around.
8-lane roundabout
Yes.
that goes like
Yeah.
7 different directions.
Yeah.
This is a lot less crowded than I remember.
Yes. It hasn't looked like that in decades with that few people
Yeah.
around it. They even have the guy selling off-brand backpacks
Yep.
on the blanket.
I don't remember as many Roman soldiers being out there when we were there.
Well, it's a film set. They're
Ah.
filming it.
We thought that the mini Europe was actually a very good use of our time, and we were glad that we went. If you have children, this would be an amazing attraction for them as well. If you do come here though, we recommend that you come early. When we arrived right away in the morning, there really wasn't anyone here. But when we left, there was a decent sized line just to get tickets, and then a longer line to get in the park. After traveling through the entirety of Europe, we decided to get a quick snack, and then head to the next major attraction that brings people to this side of the city, the Atomium.
So now we are outside the Atomium. I think that's how you say it. It was built for the 1958 Brussels World's Fair. It was the main landmark of that fair. At the time it was built, it had the fastest elevator in the world. It's made up in the shape of 9 atoms. It's all steel construction, and we're excited to go in there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an iron molecule, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we also just went to the Mini Europe Park. So you can buy a combination ticket of the Mini Europe Park and the Atomium, and it's about 32 euro, $35 or so. But if you go to each individually, it would cost you almost $50. So definitely would recommend, if you're going to go to both, get the combined ticket. You can just find those on the website. And now that we're closer to it, this thing is massive.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah, so it's actually 335 feet tall. That's like 2 Statue of Liberties, basically, the statue part. Kind of astonishing. So, yeah.
It's impressive, I will say. I think there's a restaurant up there too.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
The Atomium serves a couple of purposes now. Of course, it's a major tourist attraction that allows you to soar high above the ground and get some amazing views. But it's also used as a showcase for Brussels' importance in the 1958 World Expo, where this massive structure served as the artistic and architectural centerpiece. Much of the first level of the Atomium tells about the Expo in Brussels, as well as talking about the enormous expo center that was built right next door to accommodate the hundreds of thousands of people who attended. This center is actually still standing, and it serves as a large conference and event center still. From the first floor, we headed up some stairs and then an escalator to what could only be described as an exhibition of what people in the past probably thought the future would look like. It was a very interesting artistic light display, and it made the ride up on the escalator much more thrilling than you'd think. The Atomium will often host exhibits on this floor, and it was interesting to see. From then we could climb up a bit further and get some great views out the window. At this point we were only about halfway up the structure. We were a little bit surprised that from there the stairs went back down to ground level. We thought that we could go all the way to the top.
So far, 1 escalator and a bunch of stairs. So just be aware of that if you come
Well, there's
here.
multiple escalators.
Well, that's what they say.
I know,
We haven't seen them yet.
I was promised a lot of escalators.
To be honest, we completely missed the line when we got in, and tons of people made the same mistake that we did. However, we caught it at the last minute, and before going outside, we found the line to get in the elevator to go up to the top of the Atomium. Make sure you don't miss this like we almost did. From here, we were able to step on to the fastest elevator in the world at the time that it was built, and venture all the way up to the top of this enormous structure. Here we could get some amazing views down below at Mini Europe, the Expo Center to the north, and the city of Brussels to the south. In addition to the lookout points here, there's also a restaurant where you can grab a quick lunch or dinner depending on availability. We already had some dinner plans though, so we made our way back down to ground level and took the metro back into the city. As we mentioned earlier, tickets to the Mini Europe exhibit cost 20 euros online, or 23 euros on the spot. Tickets to the Atomium cost 16 euros for adults. However, if you want to buy a combined ticket that gets you into both attractions, you can save a few euros. Right now, this combined ticket is on sale for 32 euros and 20 cents. You can check out the links below for the Atomium and Mini Europe websites where you can buy these tickets. Alright guys, it is the evening time now. We made reservations at a very highly rated restaurant that's right in the center of town, right next to the Grand Place, just off on a little side street. And it's called the Two Brothers Brasserie. Hopefully we get some actual Belgian food. You never really know when you go to super touristy places like this. Guessing it's going to be touristy because it's in a very touristy area. But we'll take you guys along and let you know what we think. The restaurant was very easy to find, right off the main square. So we're here and they must have heard that we were coming because we're all alone on the second floor. Downstairs is packed and super loud, but yeah, we're all alone up here.
It's kind of nice. It's like a private dining experience up here.
It's pretty nice. Nice little restaurant. Lucky for us, there was tons of Belgian food on the menu, as well as some French options, and even some more international dishes. It was a very good selection. Catherine really likes these little cheese puffs.
I feel like I'm eating fish food.
Yeah, they're so small.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we had to go with beer and Stella Artois, which is Belgian. We drink Stella all the time back home, so it's kind of dumb that we're getting it here, but it is Belgian, so we figure, why not? Starting with some seafood, we went with this beautiful scampi. So I got what I think is a reasonable meal, the beefsteak, which is, they're known for it here in Belgium, with some fries, and then Catherine went for another Belgian staple, the mole, mussels. And they brought her a bucket, full bucket with a broth, you said, right?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of broth at the bottom, but there's a lot of mussels here.
Nice. You did some work now, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
A lot of mussels.
Difference, yes.
There you go. The Belgian national dish. Absolutely destroyed. Was it good?
Really good. I mean, I love mussels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We aren't making a separate video about it, but we really did enjoy the Belgian food here. If you've been to France, it's very similar, and there's also a really big focus on beef, which we loved. Of course, if you're here, you also have to get the Belgian fries, and of course, some waffles. Talking about food, of course we didn't miss the Belgian chocolate. We're also doing another video where we do some taste testing of amazing chocolates. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you know when that video comes out. So that pretty much does it for this video. We really enjoyed our time in Brussels. We didn't quite know what to expect, but we really enjoyed ourselves in this modern city. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.